Mic check, 1 2 1 2.
Check, check, check. Do you hear me? Yep, that's it. I can hear it. Is that your snot rag, man?
Nah, that's Simeon's.
Dang it. We pick it up later. Just in case somebody got a cold, I don't need it. I already got something going on. Might be acid reflux though.
Yeah, that is somebody's.
See, I could have picked it up, but I thought I was trying to make sure you were ready. They're not gonna see the flow on the camera either. I'm guilty. I won't do it again. Jake Paul got his lights knocked out. Merry Christmas.
Mic check, 1 2. All right. All right, let me start my timer up. All right, give me 1 second. I'll be ready to roll here.
258. Man, old Trump turning everybody against America slowly but surely.
Oh, it was gonna happen.
I wouldn't be surprised if everybody turned around and jumped on it. Meaning jump on us. Or should I say them? Doesn't belong to us.
30 minutes. Are you ready, Brother Harold?
Brother Harold ready.
All right, welcome to Bible and Plain, where we bring you the Bible in its plain view. I'm Brother DeMarcus, and this is,
Brother Harold Felder.
and today we will be presenting to you guys a short 30-minute lesson. So please make sure you have a Bible, pen, pad, because you do have the liberty to pause this lesson and play it back because we will be going through the scriptures with a short time. All right, so with that being said, today's title is Christmas is of the Devil. All right, Christmas is of the devil, and it's not about bashing individuals who partake in Christmas. The Bible teaches us to enlighten ourselves of how we are to be operating according to the Word of God. You know, the Lord said in the book of Isaiah, seek ye out the book of the Lord and read. Jesus testified in the book of Hebrews and said the same thing. Lo, I come in the volume of the book, for it is written of me. So, we have to read the Bible because these are instructions given of God. All right? We're here every third Sabbath of the month. If you want to catch us live, we're here every Sabbath of the third month. So with that being said, we're going to jump right to it. We're going to open it up in Deuteronomy chapter 5, all right? Because we're going to look at commandments. And these are commandments simply taught to us how to be in subjection unto God, right? Not only is it teaching us how to be in subjection unto God, it's teaching this flesh how to be in subjection to God. So these are instructions that, the whole world is without for the most part, is because, everybody think that Jesus is just a God of love. And that, hey, he's going to accept me no matter how I am. I don't have to change. I don't have to do any of that, right? But we're going to see in the end of this class who is going to be in the lake of fire. All right? That's what we're going to see. So let's read Deuteronomy chapter 5 and give me verse 7. Deuteronomy chapter 5 and verse 7. When you get it, bro, go ahead and read that for me.
Thou shalt have none other gods before me.
Now we came here looking at the commandments of God, and off the gate, he's addressing those at the Mount Sinai, telling them, hey, not to have no other gods before him. What else it reads, bro?
Thou shalt not make thee any craving image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath,
Yep.
or that is in the waters beneath the earth.
So look at what God said. Hey, we see that the Lord said don't make any images, right? He said none that's in the likeness of anything, whether it's in the heavens, whether it's on earth, or even the waters beneath the earth, right? Because, beforehand, that's what was going about. Worshiping of idols. And this title that we're dealing with is dealing with worshiping of idols. And when you're worshiping of idols, you're worshiping of another God. And the God that you will be worshiping of is the devil. Because the Bible calls him, the prince of the air. That's what Peter called him. The prince of the air of the earth, right? So he is a God, but he's not the true and living God. So God is instructing us, hey, don't make to yourselves any gods of the earth, of the waters beneath the earth, or even of the heavens. Because what it says in verse 9 now, bro?
Thou shalt not bow down thyself unto them,
No.
nor serve them.
For what?
For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God.
So God has practical, right, characteristics. Like his characteristics, we adopted our character from God indirectly or ignorantly, right? It's because of the fact that we have emotions. Hey, we get jealous of something, we have an emotional reaction to it. Hey, look at what God is saying. God is letting you know he has emotions as well, right? And in his emotions, he's telling you is that, hey, don't bow down to these gods, nor serve them, for I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God. And who is he visiting, bro?
Visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me.
And people are hating God in ignorance. This is why it's very important for us to understand the Bible. Because, yes, you hate God if you're bowing down and worshiping of other gods. Whether you're doing it willingly or you're doing it ignorantly, hey, you are still in hate towards God. Yes, because the God of this Bible is a God of knowledge, and he's teaching us that in order for us to understand how to serve him, we got to get some knowledge. And we're talking about knowledge within this Bible. So even God is talking about, hey, he's going to visit the iniquity of the fathers upon the children until the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. And who we going to show mercy to, bro?
And showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments.
Go to Deuteronomy chapter 4, because we saw in verse 9, the Lord is talking about worshiping, right? And this is jealous of those that want to partake in worshiping of other gods. This is why he's jealous. Deuteronomy chapter 4, let's pick it up at 14 through 19. When you get it, you can read it.
And the Lord commanded me at that time to teach you statutes and judgments,
that what?
That ye might do them in the land whither you go over to possess it.
So this is good for our time, you know, because, hey, God gave it to Moses. Moses gave it to the children of Israel. Now the children of Israel is teaching the whole world, but that didn't happen, right? Because Israel went into captivity. That's a whole nother lesson from itself. But it didn't happen. So now look at who came up in this steed. We're going to see that in the end of this lesson. Is that there's a false church out here teaching us that, hey, Christmas is the birth of Christ. And if you look at the word Christmas, it means Christ's Mass. Well, who operates up under a Mass? Catholicism of the Catholic Church. So they're completely against the plan of the operation of God. So God is giving you, hey, look at here. I've taught you statutes and judgments. They're teaching statutes and judgments, right? But the Bible is teaching you statutes and judgments. Therefore, verse 15.
Take you therefore good heed unto yourselves, for ye saw no manner of similitude on that day that the Lord spake unto you in Horeb out of the midst of the fire.
16.
Lest ye corrupt yourselves and make you a graven image, the similitude of any figure, the likeness of male or female.
And this is why the Lord didn't show himself. He didn't show himself because you would corrupt yourself. Hey, we're not supposed to be having any images of black Jesus either. Yeah, we know the Bible identifies Jesus as a black man, but to be walking around with that on your T-shirt, that's still dealing with idolatry. Because he said right here, right? He said he didn't give you no similitude of any figure, the likeness of a male, talking about himself, or female. What is saying 17 now?
The likeness of any beast that is on the earth, the likeness of any winged fowl that flieth in the air, the likeness of anything that creepeth on the ground, the likeness of any fish that is in the waters beneath the earth.
Go ahead.
And lest thou lift up thine eyes unto heaven.
This is the issue with God. Go ahead.
And when thou seest the sun and the moon
and what else?
And the stars, even all the host of heaven,
go ahead,
shouldest be driven to worship them and serve them, which the Lord thy God hath divided unto all nations under the whole heaven.
Now look at what he said in 19. The moon, the stars, and the sun. Right? Keep in mind this Christmas originated from a little known fact called the winter solstice. We're going to pull up just a little artifact on that. But even when they was worshiping of the winter solstice, they was worshiping the sun. If you ever pay attention to, I want to say December 1st, right now we're in what? Spring forward, fall back, meaning time went back an hour, right? So now it's beginning to get late. I mean, it's beginning to get dark around 5-ish, 6 o'clock, right? You know, Eastern Standard Time. That's when it tends to get a little dark out. If you pay attention, when we come into the December the 21st, around that season of the year, it's the winter solstice. We're going to see that the sun is going to stay out a little bit longer. So, you know, from what we've seen time change, I want to say what, October, right? We're going to begin to see that around tomorrow up until month, the sun is going to stay out a little bit longer. So it's going to start getting dark 7-ish, you know, a little close to almost 8. And people don't usually pay attention to that because, you know, hey, we just going throughout life, doing what we do. But we're going to look at a little artifact to show this is why this Christmas origin itself from this. So we see is that God gave a commandment, and the commandment is strictly telling us not to deal with worshiping of other gods. Go over to Psalms chapter 115 now. Psalms 115. You know, we gotta be telling the truth. You know, we now in our time we talking about we just doing it for the kids. Well, why we lying to the kids? You know, you don't teach your kids to lie, so why lie to them? You know, if you want to do anything for the kids, tell them the truth. Santa Claus is another name for the devil. Saint Nick is another name for the devil. You know, we're going to show just a little artifact on that as well, but we got to be telling the truth. And if we consider ourselves to be people of truth, then break away from this custom. So look at this. Psalm 115. Go ahead and pick up at verse 1. When you can read it.
Not unto us, O Lord, not unto us, but unto thy name give glory.
Yep.
For thy mercy and for thy truth's sake.
Go ahead.
Wherefore should the heathen say, where is now their God?
Where is now their God? Go ahead.
But our God is in heaven.
Yep.
He hath done whatsoever he hath pleased.
Keep reading.
Their idols are silver and gold, the works of men's hands.
Yep.
They have mouths, but they speak not.
What else?
Eyes have they, but they see not.
Keep going.
They have ears, but they hear not.
What else?
Noses have they, but they smell not.
Verse 7.
They have hands, but they handle not.
Yep.
Feet have they, but they walk not. Neither speak they through their throat.
Keep going.
They that make them are like unto them.
Yep.
So is everyone that trusteth in them.
You see the idol? The idol don't do anything for you. The idol didn't turn the first man from dirt and breathe into his nostrils the breath of life, and he became a living soul. The idol didn't do any of that. You know, the idol don't hear your prayer. The idol don't do anything. It is the craftsmanship of a man. That is exactly what it is. Go over here now to Jeremiah 10. Jeremiah chapter 10. We talking about the idol, so let's go and read about the idol that, you know, a lot of us, for the most part, are going to partake in come December the 25th. You can buy your kids gifts any time of the year you want, but you don't have to do it in association with this day, especially if we saying, do it another day then. You know, do it the beginning of December. Or do it in November. If you want to say it's for the kids, then pick another day then. It shouldn't really matter if you're doing it for the kids. It shouldn't matter. Look at this Jeremiah chapter 10, because it's in the Bible. Talking about the custom of Christmas, it is in the Bible. So let's read about it. Jeremiah chapter 10, and let's pick it up at verse 1. Go ahead and read that for me, bro.
Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
Don't learn the way of the other nations.
And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
Yep.
For the heathen are dismayed at them.
You see that? The heathen, they dismayed at them. Look at God is setting a difference. He's setting the tone. Hey, we're not to be like the other nations. Keep reading. What else to say?
For the customs of the people are vain.
Yep.
For one cutteth a tree out of the forest.
What else?
The work of the hands of the workman.
Yep.
with the axe.
Keep going.
They deck it with silver and with gold.
And what else?
They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not.
They what?
They are upright as the palm tree.
So we know the Christmas tree, it look just like a palm tree. The Bible is being very clear about what it's actually talking about, because this custom of worship was in the times of Jeremiah. This is why he's putting it on the pages for us. It's not new and modern today. Maybe the decorations that are being used today is a little more modern, but it's of old. So even Jeremiah is letting you know, hey, it's upright as the palm tree, but what?
But speak not.
That's what David was talking about over there in Psalms 115. It don't talk. Keep reading.
They must needs be born.
Because what?
Because they cannot go.
They can't go. It didn't even come out of a woman's womb. Nah, it isn't nothing but what?
Be not afraid of them.
For what?
For they cannot do evil.
What else?
Neither also is it in them to do good.
Keep reading though.
For so much as there is none like unto thee,
yep.
O Lord, thou art great, and thy name is great in might.
Skip down to verse 8 and read that for me.
But they are altogether brutish and foolish.
Yep.
The stock is a doctrine of vanity.
You see that? It said a doctrine. It is a doctrine of vanity. It is foolish. So why are we partaking in this foolishness? Because look at what it says over here in Revelation chapter 12. Look at what it says in Revelation chapter 12. This is why, you go in the grocery stores, they playing the music, and you get caught up in the spirit, because that's what it's doing. Words of spirit. So now, jingle bells and all this and that, deck the halls with halls of folly. Hey, it's getting you in the spirit, right? But it's not a spirit of God. Look at what Jeremiah said. Hey, it's a stock or a doctrine of foolishness, right? But it said a doctrine. Look at what Revelation chapter 12 says. Revelation chapter 12, and give me verse 7 through 9. Go ahead and read that for me, bro.
And there was a war in heaven.
Yep.
Michael and his archangels fought against the dragon.
Keep reading.
And the dragon fought and his angels, and prevailed not.
Yep.
Neither was their place found any more in heaven.
Now pay attention to what verse 9 read, because that's what we came here for. Go ahead and read, bro.
And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan.
Which what?
Which deceiveth the whole world.
You see that? He deceived the whole world by religion, by different cultic customs. Because that's what this is. So it says what? He deceived the whole world. What else?
He was cast out into the earth, and
what
his
else?
angels were cast out with him.
Go over here now to Matthew chapter 15. Matthew 15. We just calling a spade, brothers and sisters. We not, bashing, because I used to partake in Christmas. Yeah, I did. But, once I was enlightened and found out what it was truly all about, along with many other, customs or tradition given by man, I said, nah, I'm good. The only culture we're going to deal with are holy days, within the Bible, right? So I said, nah, we good. So I'm not sitting here making it seem as if like, oh, those that partake in this holiday is, so ignorant and foolish. Nah, we talking about the doctrine. Jeremiah just called it a doctrine of vanity. Foolishness. Look at what Jesus said over in Matthew 15, 1 through 9. Go ahead and read that for me, bro.
Then came to Jesus scribes and Pharisees, which were of Jerusalem, saying, why do thy disciples transgress the tradition of the elders?
Now look at what was going on in Jesus' time. Even the Pharisees, which was considered to be your high priest or high religious leaders, right? They came to Jesus with, hey, why do your disciples transgress the tradition of the elders? For what?
For they wash not their hands when they eat bread.
Verse 3.
But he answered and said unto them, why do you also transgress the commandment of God by your tradition?
Because that's what the world is doing. This is why we read Revelation 12. The devil deceived the whole earth, so now we are partaking in a tradition given a man. Given a man. The devil gave it to the man, and now the man is flooding it throughout the whole entire world. This is not a holiday that is only partaken in America. No, the whole world partakes in this. Even the Arabs that don't even believe in the birth of Christ, they partake in Christmas. That's backwards to me. They don't even believe in Christ as being, the Son of God. They just say that he's a prophet. But yet they partake in Christmas chanting the same foolishness, a doctrine of vanities. So even in the days of Jesus amongst the Pharisees and the Sadducees, he bounced back at them with like, hey man, why do y'all transgress the commandments of God through your tradition? What it say in verse 4 now, bro?
For God commanded, saying, honor thy father and mother.
Yep.
And he that curses father or mother, let him die the death.
Skip down to verse 8 and give me that. Read 7 and 8.
Ye hypocrites.
Yep.
Well did Isaiah prophesy of you, saying,
that what?
This people draweth nigh unto me with their mouth,
yep,
and honors me with their lips.
But what?
But their heart is far from me.
You see that? Their heart far from me. They honor me with their lips, but their mind ain't lining up with their lips. That's why James tells us, hey, you got to have faith and works. You can't just be believing without no works. No, you got to have them both. Because look at what verse 9 read. Read that, bro.
But in vain do they worship me.
Yep.
Teaching for doctrines the commandments of men.
You see that? They are worshiping Christ in vain. December the 25th has nothing to do with the birth of Christ. That is a doctrine of man. And Jesus said, hey, they worship me in vain behind these doctrines. Let's go over here now to Daniel chapter 7. Daniel chapter 7. And we're going to read one verse here, verse 25. Daniel chapter 7, we peeling the layers of the onion back, and we're going to begin to realize, hey, who gave us this holiday as something religious? Look at this one verse, Daniel chapter 7. You can come back and read this for your own, if you don't have understanding on this chapter. Hey, go through the archives in some of these locations, Israel Church of Jesus, Atlanta, Jacksonville, or Gary. Go through some of the archives, LA, we all over the U.S. Go through the archives, and there are lessons on, this chapter so that you could get a clear understanding on what this chapter is talking about. But we're just getting right to the root of the cause. So Daniel 7, and read 25 for me. Go ahead, bro.
He shall speak great words against the Most High.
And we talking about in the latter days, this religious leader talking about the Pope of Rome. That's what it's talking about. In the latter days, he's going to stand up and he's going to speak great words against the Most High. He's already begun to do that, though. Already, right? So right here it says what? He shall speak great words against the Most High. And what else?
And shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
Go ahead.
And think to change times and laws.
Yep.
And they shall be given unto his hand until a time and times and the dividing of time.
Think to change times and laws. We're not dealing with the Feast of Unleavened Bread, Pentecost, atonement, memorial of blowing of the trumpets, the Passover, tabernacles. Like, nah, we're not dealing with that, because now what we're dealing with is what? Ash Wednesday, Lent, Easter, Christmas, Janus, which is January of the new year, right? Sunday as a day of worship. This is what we're dealing with. Why? Hey, because the Catholic Church has changed the times and laws. And that's what they have handed you now today, brothers and sisters. Go over here now to 1 Corinthians chapter 10. 1 Corinthians chapter 10, because, hey, Jeremiah said, don't learn the ways of the heathen. That's what. First Corinthians 10, read 19 and 21 for me, bro.
What say I then?
Yep.
That the idol is anything?
Nope.
Or that which is offered in sacrifice to idols is anything?
It's nothing, brothers and sisters. But what verse 20 read? Go ahead.
But I say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice.
They do what?
They sacrifice to devils.
You see that? They sacrifice unto devils. The Gentiles, the heathens, hey, they are all sacrificing unto devils. So when you're partaking in this holiday called Christmas, you are partaking in a sacrifice that's being offered unto the devil. Revelation 12 just told you, hey, he deceived the whole world, because now in your mind you believe that it's the birth of Christ, but it has nothing to do with Christ. So much that he deceived the whole world. Everybody is partaking in Christmas. You got over there in Vietnam, the Vietnamese, they are partaking in Christmas. You got those that are over there in Russia, and they call the Russians a bunch of, what, atheists. But they are partaking in this holiday. Just letting you know how deep this deception has went, brothers and sisters. So it says what? It says, hey, they sacrifice to devils, and what else it reads?
And not to God.
Yep.
And I would not that ye should have fellowship with devils.
Let's go over to the last spot. Revelation 20. Revelation 20. And let's read verse 8. One verse. Revelation 20 and verse 8. Revelation 21, not 20. Revelation 21. And read one verse, verse 8. When you get it, read 7 and 8. Go ahead, bro.
He that overcometh shall inherit all things.
Yep.
And I will be his God,
and
he shall be my son.
Verse 8.
But the fearful and
else?
the unbelieving
What else?
and the abominable and murderers
Yep.
and whoremongers and sorcerers and idolaters.
Uh-oh. Idolaters is in here. And what else?
And all liars.
See, hey, idolaters and liars, they kind of go hand in hand, right? They kind of go hand in hand, right? So it says, idolaters and all liars shall what?
Shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death.
The second death, brothers and sisters. Let's look at this article real quick. December the 25th. I'm sorry, December the 21st. What I just Googled was winter solstice. Winter solstice. December the 21st is the northern hemisphere. June 20th through the 21st is the southern hemisphere. When Earth's tilt caused one pole to be furthest from the sun, bringing the least sunlight and marking the start of astronomical winter. It says culturally is a significant event symbolizing rebirth, renewal, and gradual return of longer days, celebrated globally with ancient festivals like Yule, the Yule log, Dongjai, and Shiba Yoda. These are all dealing with Hinduism and Buddhism, but it's a festival, right? So it's letting you know is that, hey, when the earth tilts, so coming around this time of the year, the earth is going to tilt and the sun is going to begin to be back out a little bit longer. Look at one more thing. Saint Nick. Saint Nick. It says, and I just Googled this stuff. It says, Saint Nick is of the devil, comes from folklore, pagan roots, and linguistic coincidence. Like the name Old Nick for both the devil and Saint Nick, plus Santa's association with winter beasts, Krampus, or figures like Woodin, leading to theories that Santa is Christianized version of pagan winter gods or a satanic parody of Christ. Though historically Saint Nicholas was a pious bishop known for fighting paganism. Well, that goes into something else. But that's AI for you, though. It'll try to justify the true meaning of what Saint Nick or, old Nick is talking about. Now, like, that's the AI intelligence. It has even got intelligence to the idea that it'll justify this foolishness, But you can go into old encyclopedias and it'll tell you all about old Nick and things to that effect. But just to let you know, hey, these are all customs of the devil. So brothers and sisters, I thank you for your time. I pray you got some understanding. Christmas is of the devil. Thank you in Jesus' name. Peace. You ain't got no time, man. You better keep